What up? It is Miesha B here, back at it again with another video. My name is Miesha, for those of you who don't know, aka the Bold Budgeter, and I make content that's based in finance, getting my life together, a little bit of faith, and of course, finance. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at the 50-30-20% budgeting rule. And if this is something that you are interested in, please subscribe, like, and if you find it to be something that's of value, share it with a friend. So first, what is the 50-30-20 rule when it comes to budgeting? So the 50-30-20 is a budgeting method that is used to help people get in control of their financial lives. And all it requires you to do is to take your after-tax dollars, so your take-home pay, and divide it in 3 parts. 50% goes towards your needs, 30% goes towards your wants, and 20% goes towards your savings. So this budget is perfect for people who don't really want to get into the weeds and get super detailed, but they need some type of framework or boundary or guidance to help them reach their financial goals. So what's a need versus a want versus savings? Let's get right into it. So first, we're starting off with that 50% of our take-home pay goes towards our needs, our necessities, the things we need to stay alive. So for example, let's say your take-home pay was $2,000 a month. $1,000 of that money would go towards your needs. Those things in that category might be your car insurance, life insurance, disability, public transportation, daycare, tuition, your rent or mortgage under shelter, your groceries, even things like a winter jacket, right? Things that you need to be safe, healthy, medication to live. Now, the next category is that 30%. And this is the sweet spot for the people who feel like budgeting is restrictive, because you get 30% to spend on your wants, okay? And for the girls who get it, that is a big chunk of money. So some of those things might include travel, gifts, cable TV, charitable donations, home decorations, hair, nails, eyelashes, you name it. And the Shirley Caesar voice. So going off of that $2,000 number that we did before, we know that $1,000 would go straight towards your needs. And then that 30% would be $600 would go towards your wants a month. Finally, our last category would be that 20%, which would be $400 in this example. And that would be towards your savings. That can be towards saving for a home. That could be towards saving for retirement, so your 401k, 403b, Roth IRA, etc. It can also be towards paying down debt. Now, this doesn't mean your minimum payment. Anything over your minimum payment would go towards this savings goal, because this is helping you to pay off debt. And you know, paying off debt, especially high interest debt, is something that is important. So 20% for savings, 30% for your wants, and 50% for your needs. This is a great budget for a lot of different people, but there are some cons that should be considered. Number one, if you are a person who needs more structure, this budget might not be great, because it does add for a lot of flexibility, and it can be very easy for you to confuse a want and a need versus savings and etc. So if you're someone who's starting this journey and know that you need more discipline, maybe something like a zero-based budget would be a little bit better for you. And I'll explain what that is in another video. Another thing is, for some people who live in high cost of living areas like myself, 50% for your needs may not be realistic. A New York City girl making, $3,000 a month with $1,500 for your needs, that might be your whole budget for like a little tiny studio apartment. And that doesn't include anything else for you to live, like health insurance, transportation, medication, whatever else you need to like exist, like laundry, dish detergent, that stuff, girl, you're just gonna be out here with nothing, just a studio apartment. That's it. So that might not fully work for you. And in that case, the percentages don't allow you to live your life in a way that's really specific and individualized for yourself. So you might also want to try a different budget. Also, some critics argue that if you're someone who is a high income earner as well, this may add some complication because so much of your money is going to be going to wants that maybe you won't be able to build up your investments or your future as quickly as you could have if you were just a little bit more intentional about your savings rate. So many people think that the way to becoming wealthy or rich in this country is to be a high income earner. And yes, that is a big tool, but it's not how much you make, it's actually how much you save. And we know, based off of research, the high income earners tend to have high income bills. It goes with that whole lifestyle inflation. It goes with the fact that, you worked hard for things, so now you want nicer things. Your quality of life, right, has a little bit more room, which causes you to spend some more coin. So this was a really quick overview, but I'm hoping that this could be helpful. And this could be something that you try if you are new to budgeting. Again, try it. If it doesn't work, scrap it and try another one. There are so many different types of budgets, and this is just one example of how you can work it out. Editing Miesha here just to interject. So really quickly on how we use this is 3 steps into implementing it. Step 1 is figuring out your take-home pay. In our example, we figured out our take-home pay was $2,000. The way you do this is you pull up your pay stubs and you add up your net pay, okay? Your net pay is your take-home pay, and you add that up, and that will be how much you make in the month. After that, we're going to split up in our 50 for needs, 30 for wants, and 20 for savings, up nice and evenly so we know those specific numbers. So for example, in our $2,000 example, 50 would be 1,000, 600 would be 30%, and that is our wants. And then our savings would be 20%, which would be $400. Then our third and final step is adjusting our spending around those specific categories. So if you wanted something, right, you know that you can spend no more than $600 on wants in that category for that month. Same thing with savings. You want to put away 20% in one of those types of saving buckets, which can include saving for a down payment on a new home or a new car or retirement. All right, let's get back to it. All right, y'all, so that was the video. Nice, simple, and to the point. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Peace. And like always, stay blessed and stick to your budget or create one in the best way you know how.